I have to be honest with you. I was this close to quitting YouTube forever. I was completely burnt out, trapped on the content hamster wheel, my ideas were trash, and my channel was dying. The stress was literally killing my creativity. Then, I found an AI stack that automates 90% of my work, and it changed everything. In this video, I'm going to show you the exact system I use to go from a blank page to a finished video. This system saves me from burnout and helps me upload more than I ever thought was possible. Intro. Have you ever had that feeling? You look at your calendar, you're supposed to upload a video, but you have nothing. It's the worst feeling for a creator. For months, that was my entire life. My schedule was a joke. I was wasting endless hours on research, struggling to write scripts, and then the soul-crushing marathon of editing out every single and ah. It wasn't sustainable. I knew something had to change, or I was done. That's when I stopped looking for one magic AI tool and started thinking like an engineer. I realized I didn't need one tool. I needed a system. A stack of AIs that could work together, with each one crushing a different part of the process. This video is how I built that system, and the exact workflow that took my channel from near death to a well-oiled machine. If that sounds like something you need, you have to stick around and subscribe for more ways to work smarter, not harder. Section 1. The core problem. Why one AI tool is rarely enough. So, what's the biggest mistake you're making with AI? You're looking for one tool that does everything. You've seen the ads. Write, edit, and publish with one click. But the truth is, those platforms are a jack of all trades and a master of none. I learned this the hard way. Making a YouTube video isn't one job. It's 5 jobs. You have to be a researcher, writer, editor, designer, and a social media manager. Expecting one AI to be elite at all of those is insane. The real power, the crazy time saving, happens when you build a stack of specialized tools where each one is the best at its one specific job. When you chain them together, the time savings literally explode. That's how you go from saving 20 minutes to saving 10 hours on a single video. So, let's break down the workflow, stage by stage. Section 2. The research phase. Finding winning ideas without the grind. This used to be the worst part for me. What do I even make a video about? I would waste hours scrolling other channels, guessing what might be trending. Now, I let AI do all the work. My first stop is vidIQ. This is basically my AI-powered YouTube psychic. Before I write a single word, I use vidIQ to test my ideas. It shows me exactly what people are searching for, how hard the competition is, and even gives me video ideas I never would have thought of. Its AI coach gives me ideas just for my channel, which is a massive advantage. This one step stops me from wasting days on a video that nobody was ever going to watch. Once vidIQ gives me a winning topic, I go to my second research weapon. Perplexity AI. If vidIQ tells me what to make a video about, Perplexity tells me what to say in it. It's a research engine that scans the entire internet, synthesizes everything, and gives me answers with the sources right there. For my videos, having facts with sources is non-negotiable. I can ask it insane questions and get a detailed research brief in minutes. This used to take me hours of reading. With just these 2 tools, all the guesswork and boring work of research is gone. I go into scripting with a proven topic and a mountain of organized research. Section 3. The scripting phase. From blank page to full script. Staring at that blinking cursor on a blank page is literal torture. My cure for this is ChatGPT. This is where I turn all that research from Perplexity and my titles from vidIQ into a real script. But here's the secret. I don't just ask it to write a YouTube script. That will get you generic, boring garbage. Instead, I feed it a crazy detailed prompt. I give it my title, my audience, all the key points from my research, and I tell it exactly how to structure the script, with a killer hook, clear sections, and a call to action. It spits out a first draft that's already 80% done. It's not perfect, but it's a rock-solid foundation. My job is to just polish it and add my own stories and personality. The AI does the boring work of organizing. I provide the creative genius. This turned a 4-hour writing nightmare into a 45-minute polishing session. Section 4. The editing phase, where I saved over 10 hours a week. Alright, this is the big one. Editing was easily the biggest bottleneck in my entire process. For a 15-minute video, I would spend 8 to 10 hours just on the rough cut, slicing out silences, bad takes, and filler words. It was mind-numbing. This is where my AI stack gives me back a ridiculous amount of time. My secret weapon here is Gling AI. This AI does one thing. It automatically cleans your raw footage. You upload your video, and it finds and cuts out all the long pauses, the ums, the ahs, and the parts where I messed up a line. It's not perfect. You still need a human to review it. But it does 95% of the most boring work in about 15 minutes. This one tool saves me 2 to 4 hours on every video. While Gling is a monster for the first pass, I use Descript for the fine-tuning. Descript is an AI editor that works like a Google Doc. It transcribes your video, and to edit your video, you just edit the text. If I see a sentence I don't like, I just delete the words, and Descript automatically cuts the video and audio. It is so much easier than fighting with a timeline. And for the final audio magic, I use Adobe Podcast Enhance. This AI tool cleans up your voice to make it sound like you recorded in a professional studio. It removes all background noise and echo and makes your voice sound rich and clear. There is a very generous free version, but you should check their site for the latest details on limits and pricing. If you don't have a perfect recording space, this is an absolute game changer. This trio of tools cut my total editing time by 80%. What used to be a 10-hour marathon is now a 2-hour job. It's insane. Section 5. The multiplier effect, repurposing and packaging. If you post a YouTube video and that's it, you're losing. One video should be the source for dozens of smaller pieces of content. But who has time to re-edit a long video into shorts, reels, and TikToks? The AI stack, that's who. For this, I use Opus Clip. This AI is a repurposing machine. I give it the link to my final YouTube video, and its AI analyzes the entire thing to find the most viral moments. It then automatically recuts those moments into vertical clips, adds captions, and even reframes the video to keep me in the shot. From one 15-minute video, it can generate a ton of clips for me to choose from. It multiplies my content output with almost zero extra work. For the main video, I use AI for thumbnails. Tools like Canva's AI or Midjourney. Let me generate tons of thumbnail ideas in minutes. I can test different styles without being a design expert. Finally, I go back to buying ChatGPT to brainstorm 10 clickable titles and a draft for my description, using the keywords from my vidIQ research. Section 6. Tying it all together with automation. Now for the final level. This is where you make all these tools talk to each other using something like Zapier. This is the glue that holds the whole system together. For example, you could set up a zap that triggers when you drop a video into Google Drive. Zapier could then automatically send that file to Opus Clip to make your shorts, create a task in your calendar to schedule the posts, and even draft a blog post from the video transcript. This setup completely eliminates the boring admin work of moving files around and makes the entire machine run itself. Section 7. The results and the crucial caveats. So, what does this all mean? This AI stack is saving me over 10 hours every single week. My upload schedule went from a complete disaster to perfectly consistent, and that feeling of burnout is gone. Instead of wasting my time on boring, repetitive tasks, I can focus on what actually matters, coming up with crazier ideas, talking to you guys, and growing my channel. But, and this is a huge but, you have to understand that AI is a multiplier, not a replacement for you. Your audience subscribed for you, and if you automate too much, your content will feel empty and soulless. The goal here is to use AI to kill the busy work, not to replace your creativity. You still have to fact-check, you still have to rewrite scripts to sound like you, and you still have to review the final edits. This system is your assistant, not your replacement. Conclusion and CTA. For YouTubers, the fastest way to get your time and energy back isn't one magic AI tool. It's building a smart workflow with an unstoppable stack of specialized tools. A combination of tools for research, scripting, editing, and repurposing can streamline your entire process. If you use it right, this will help you upload more, avoid burnout, and free you up to focus on the big ideas that only you can come up with. If you want to escape the content grind, I've left links to every single tool I talked about in the description. Go build your own stack and subscribe right now so you don't miss what's coming next.